It's muted. Hello? Hang on. Let me do that again. Go here. Oops. Here. It's muted. Hello? Hang on. Let me do that again. Go here. Oops. Here. Okay. I think we got it fixed. Okay, now I gotta go though. I gotta go mute myself. Again. Yay. Here. Oops. Okay. I think we got it fixed. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry. And I'm a little rashed out. I went for a walk and sometimes I get this allergy rashes, but we're going with it. It's fine. Um, okay. So I don't know what's going to come up. And I am hoping, let me just double check one more thing. And yes, it is there. Okay. Good. Oh, I'm just feeling so good in this energy right now. We're gonna do a little. I guess I should go on there though to see if I okay. Um Yay. I am just going to have to go like back and forth because the YouTube, if you put a message on YouTube, I'll just go back and forth every now and then and check because if you do a message on there, I can't look at myself on there. It's a delayed. It's delayed. So I don't know. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's close our eyes, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Ayana siano tuyana kiana siana tuyano oyana. Oh, they're already working on a heart opening. Oyana siana tiana suyano tuyano oyana. Another nice deep breath in and out. Oyana siana tuyano kuyana siana tiayana. Siayana. Oyana. Iayana. Iayana, Suyayana, Tuyana, Iana, Kiana, Siana, Suyana, Kiana, Siana, Tuyana, Oyana, Siano, Tuyana, Oyana, Siano, Tuyana, Oyana, Siana, Tuyana, Kiana, Tuana, Iana, Suyano, Oyano, Suyano, Oyano, Suyano, Oyano, Suyano, Oyano, Suyano, Tuyano, Suyano, Ayana siano tuyono oyana kiyono suyono tuyono oyana. Iana siano tuyono oyana. Iana siano tuyono oyana. Iana siano tuyono oyana kiyono suyono tuyono oyana. Iana siano tuyono oyana kiyono suyono tuyono oyana kiyono suyono tuyono oyana. Iana kiyono suyana. Iana kiana siana. Iana kiana siana tiana siana tiana siana tiana siana tiana siana kuyano tuyano uyana. Ayana suyano tuyana. Oh, nasiano tuyana, ayana siano tuyana, kiana siana tiana, ayana su, iano tuyano oyana. On this thing. Oyana tiano sui, iana suyano tuyana, iana suyano tuyano oyana. Iano tuyano oyana, kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Iana tiano suyano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Ayana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Ayana kiana suyano tuyano oyana. Ayana siano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Ayana siano tuyano oyana. Iana kana siano tuyano oyana suyano tuyano oyana. Okay, let's see what they have to say here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, amen, amen. Oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Just they're already talking. They've been already talking for a minute here, but iana siano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Nasiano oyana, 9 of Pentacles so far. Oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Iana Kiana Suyana Oyana Kiana Suyana Oyana. Yep. 10 of Swords. Oyana Siana Tuyana Oyana. Ayana Siana Tuyana Kuyana Suyana Tuyana Oyana Kiana Oyana Siana Tuyana Oyana. Iana Kiana Suyana Tuyana. The Chariot. Oh, Iana Kiana Suyana Tuyana Oyana. Ayana Siana Tuyana Oyana Kiana Suyana Oyana Kiana Suyana Tuyana Oyana. King of Cups, Suyana, Oyana, Kiana, Suyana, Tuyana, Oyana, Ayana, Siana, Tuyana, Oyana, Kiana, Suyana, Tuyana, Oyana, Kiana, Oyana, Yana, Siana. Oh, got two again. Hang on. This one. Queen of Wands. Oh, my favorite. Look, there's Cora. That's me and Cora. Ayana, Siana, Oyana, Ana, Siana, Oyana, Kiana, Oyana, Siana, Oyana. Let me double see. Is that all? Okay, that's all. So we have our 5 cards for this. Oyana tsiano tuyana oyana. We have the King of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Chariot and the Queen of Wands. Oyana kiano suyano oyana. Ayana siano tuyano kuyano oyana kiano oyana. Ana siana tiana oyana kiano oyana tuyano oyana. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Anasiano Tuyana Oyana Kiano Soyana Oyana. They're saying like we must open your heart so you can hear our words. Oyana Kiano Soyana Tuyana Oyana Kiano Soyana Oyana. You must widen your spectrum. Oyana Kiano Soyana Tuyana Oyana. Iana Siano Tuyano Kuyano Oyana Kana Siano Tuyano Oyana Kiano Soyano Tuyano Oyana. Iana Siano Tuyano Oyana. Ayana siano tuyano oyana kiono suiano tuyano oyana, widening the spectrum of oyana kiono oyana of understanding of oyana siano tuyano oyana kiono suiano oyana iana kiono oyana. Of your perspective of things, of like how things should be and could be and would be. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano suiano tuyano oyana kiana siana tiana oyana tuyano su. Oyana tuyano suana tiano suiano tuyano oyana kiano suiano oyana iana kiano suiano tuyano oyana kiano suiano oyana anasiano tuyano oyana kiano suiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. They're saying you might be able to feel a tingling in your third eye. Iana siano tuyano kuyano suiano tuyano oyana iana kiano suiano tuyano suiano oyana kana siano tuyano oyana. Oyana, siano tuyana oyana. Trusting in the way, feeling into your feelings of all you iana kiana suiana tuyana oyana kiana oyana siana tuyana oyana iana kiana suiana oyana, where they are leading you, where they are, which way they're facing, iana kiana oyana, which way iana kiana suiana oyana. It's like heart versus head here. It feels like your head is like your heart is like trusting, trusting, trusting where your feelings, where they may lay. Iana kiana tiana siana tiana oyana kiana suiana tuiana oyana. Your heart is what guides your path. Ana kiana siana tuiana kuyana oyana siana tuiana oyana. We are not saying to ignore we're not saying to ignore logic. We're not saying to ignore the thoughts and feelings of others. We're not saying to ignore everything that you have learned along the way. If something is telling you just wait, or if something is telling you that is not the way, just that iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana, iana siano tuiano oyana, kiano suiano oyana, because sometimes that, all that is telling you to do is making sure your ducks are in a row before proceeding. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana, kiano oyana. So really feel into your feelings. What is your heart telling you? Truly, truly telling you. What is your heart telling you? Where do you belong? What is this? Where is this path directing you? Ana kiana siano tuiano oiana kiana oiana tuiano suiano su soiana tuiano su ana kana siano su kana ana su ana siano su iana kiana suiano tuiano oiana. Dead ends, dead ends, dead ends. It feels like you've reached a dead end where you have Suyana Tuyana Uyana as far as like you have come so far. And this is so what's interesting is so sometimes they will have me like I'll pull the cards and then but they won't have me lay them exactly the way I pulled them. And this one they did the same. So this the dead end is right in the center. This is like it feels like the crux of the Iana Kiana Siano Tuyana Oyana Kiana Siano Tuyana Oyana. It is like this is the beginning and this is the end. This is Iana Kiana Suyano Tuyana. This is Iana Siano Tuiona Oyena, Aina Siano Tuiona Oyena, where the decisions must be made. Ana Siano Oyena, Kiana Oyena, that you cannot wait, you cannot wait, you cannot wait. You have to make a decision. Oyena Kiano Suyano Tuiona Oyena. It's like you, it feels like you're at this light at the end of a crossroads where it's just the crossroads is just like one of those T roads and there's a light above and it's like and then the light has you've been sitting there and you've been waiting for the light to turn green and you've been thinking, which way do I go? Which way do I go? But now it's green. You're still sitting there for a second. You're like, wow, but I feel like I'm supposed to go right. But everybody wants me to go left, or logic tells me to go left, but I feel like I'm supposed to go right. But then somebody pulls up behind you, and now it's like they're laying on the horn. Somebody's behind them. They're laying on the horn. The time is to move is now. You've got to make the decision. It's like somebody's pushing you from behind and going, girl, you've been sitting here way too long at this dead end road. It's not taking you, you weren't going any further here. So now is the time you have to decide. And they're saying it's not like either way is the wrong way. It's just that it's not like it'll be the end of times if you take a left and don't follow your heart, but it's iana kiana suiana tuiana oyana. But if you don't follow your heart, you'll just never know. There'll be so many of those what ifs moments along this way where it'll be they're worried that you will have a hard time truly being your happiest because you'll have all these what ifs. You'll never know if you did go this way. So if you did go this way, if you followed your heart and you turned right at the light and you decided, okay, I'm just going for it. I'm doing this. I'm going for it. I could do this. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. You take a right at the light and you get down the road and you're like, I thought this was a good idea, but there's like, I don't know, maybe there's a landslide, a tree down, something, or maybe it's like the grass isn't greener on the other side. And then you decide to then later on, once there's a rest area to pull over and turn around, you do that and you come back and then you go the other way. They're like, even still, even if you end up turning around and coming back the other way, it's better than if you would have gone the other way first. It's all across the board. It's better to have followed your heart and have to turn around than it is to have gone with logic from the beginning because you are not living with the what ifs. You went for it. You did it. It didn't work out. You had to go back. You went back the other way. At least you tried. You explored where the heart was taking you. And maybe even it's not like you go that way and you're like, you know what? I'm not loving it now. I'm going to come back in 5 years. I don't know what it is, but I'll come back in 5 years and we'll see how it is then. It's not this place, this isn't I'm not ready for this yet. Maybe this is like a new job or something like that too. Maybe it's a new skill or get like new medium that you want to try. Maybe like you were going to go from sketching to full on sculpture and or like chiseling out the granite kind of things. And then all of a sudden you get over there and you're like, oops, I'm a couple years too early on this one. I'm going to turn around and go back and then take, painting or something in the meantime and work my way up to the sculpture. Maybe I need to wait. And then so that's fun too. There's no shame in that game. And so that's what they're saying it's always better to follow your heart and then recalculate if needed. But because your heart is connected, it's all connected, right? It's all connected. If you're working on that and you're to stay connected, you're tuning in, you're like, okay, guide me. What are we to do here? I don't know what to do here. What should we do here? And you wait for that inner guidance. You wait for that it's not just it could be a whisper, but sometimes on these you can get like a little bit more of a little tug, and then wait for that and feel into that and knowing that that is that heart pull that yes, you need to follow that. And Iana, Kiana, Siana, Tuyana, Oyana. And what a beautiful thing it is to trust in that, to trust in not only yourself, but your guides and all that is. Ana, Siana, Tuyana, Kuyana, Oyana. Iana, Siana, Tuyana, Oyana, Kiana, Suyana, Oyana, Kiana, Oyana. So they're saying like, and this is in regards to Ana, Kiana, Oyana, Siana, Oyana. So they're taking this further in with the listening to the heart and like preparing for that heart move like that. It's like building up for the dead end decisions. Iana siana tuyana kiana suiana tuyana oyana. They're saying, you know the work that you need to be doing. You know the direction you are being led. You know that iana kiana suiana oyana and the ways in which you're being called and pulled to show up. And you know that, like, you know that there's more to all the story. You feel the call and the ways that they're like pushing you and nudging you to show up in this reality right now, right here and now. They want you to show up in these certain ways, and you've been putting them off. You've been ignoring them. You've been not connecting in this way, which this whole way they've been trying to help build you up and prepare you, and they want you to be fully prepared for these dead end decisions. They're like, this is why we're asking you to show up in these different ways. So that way, whenever the time comes to make these calls, you feel very balanced and ready to make the move without having to sit there waiting on seven cars behind you honking your horn and no time to really feel into your feelings. You feel more balanced and ready to go. And you are more because you are more connected to your magic, you are more connected to spirit, you are more connected to your guides than ever. If you follow this pull, this call, this push that they have been sending you, that you need, and that will help build up this connection for you with them and all that is. And it's just they're saying like they've been giving you the nudges and the tugs and all of that, and they want you to do these things not because they're like over there like circus masters, but that this will help you with your connection. This will help you feel more balanced and solid and grounded. This will help you feel more iana, kiana, oyana, divinely guided in your decision making to where you're like, that's okay, circus master. I'll take it from here. And you'll whip out your wand and you'll make the decisions in the clear, knowing fashion of a true warrior goddess princess that you are. So they're just saying, so this is why they have these two cards. I hope they can kind of see them on this side, the right side of the dead end card. This is your dead end card. And then these are on the other side of that. This is like tuning into, um, this is the tuning into your emotions and also like all of, okay, so, um, this one, this one is, so the Pentacle cards, the suit, the of Pentacles. Most people connect with the Pentacle as earthly items, like money and finances and material possessions, things like that. From the get-go, whenever I first saw these, meaning the little pentacles here, the little disc there, the pentacles disc, and then in my courses, um, whenever I first started taking those back, when I saw those, and the whisper in my ear that I got were gifts. And so, a majority of the time, it still comes up for me in that way that these are representing your gifts that you've been given or that you're growing, that kind of thing. In this situation, it feels more like 50-50. Like you are working on your gifts. They want you to be working on your gifts, but then also to be financially ready, to not be like, oye na siano tuyono, oye na kiano suyono, oye na spending willy-nilly on things that you know you don't need. Do you need to go through that drive-through, or can you go home and drink yourself some water? So they're saying like get yourself financially prepared, but also um, spiritually, creatively, all those ways prepared as well, like working on your gifts, like doing the homework that they've been nudging you towards to work towards this, the being ready for the dead end. Um, so just coming to terms with what your heart is telling you, what your emotions are bringing up in this situation and in other situations too. Because the more in tune we get with our emotions, the more we allow them to come up and we face them, we look at them in the eye and go, what are you trying to tell me? The easier it is to allow that and go, oh, you know what, I can feel into that. I can feel that this is trying to tell me XYZ. And oyana kiano suyono tuyono oyana. That all of this is a practice. They're just saying all of this is a practice, but we're trying to prepare you for these moments where it just feels like there's a traffic jam mentally, physically, spiritually. There's dead end moments where you've got to like ride or die, baby. It's like it's you can't go any further on the path that you're going. You have to make a decision, left or right. They want you to be prepared for that by working on all the other everything that you can control now. They want you to not neglect these things, not to keep putting them off. They want you to not keep iana kiona oina, the tasks that they're sending your way to do, to work on your gifts, to work on your skills, to work on you, whatever it is. Suyono tuyono kuyono oyana, whether it's health and wellness, or like if you're feeling called to do to work on palmistry or mediumship or whatever it is, they're pushing that, you're feeling that little tug to do. That's them trying to prepare you. If you're feeling a call to try something, try it. Don't just shoo it off like, why would I don't have any experience with that. It just kind of popped in out of nowhere. Why would I go do palmistry, or why would I go do whatever? Maybe it's because even if you're not meant to be a palmist, maybe it was just there's just something in that course that you're meant to learn. Maybe if you're but maybe you are. Maybe that's a natural talent. You don't know because you never tried it, right? Same thing with like, I don't know, maybe you're being called towards tarot or channeling or mediumship, whatever it is, lean into it and just see what happens. Worst case scenario, You don't like it. You don't know why you got pulled that direction, but you tried it, so you checked it off the list. There's no what ifs. And even like I said, though, also you may not like it. You you're done with it, but again, there may have been a whisper in there that you needed to hear. And now it's in your ear. Oyana kiana suyano tuyano oyana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. They're like it all comes together in the end. It all comes together in the end. It's like they're weaving this tapestry made of all these different little nuggets that you have collected. Although that's a awful picture in my mind because now I'm thinking chicken nuggets and tap. Blah. But anyway, they're weaving together. They're like stay on task, girl. Weaving together this tapestry of all these little nuggets of knowledge that you have collected along the way. Maybe it's only one from here and two from there and three from there and four from there, but they're weaving together this beautiful tapestry that ends up being like the map of destiny. They're being very like yeah. So is to help you, is to prepare you. It's like "Iana kiano suiano tuiano oina." It's like they are trying to be your Mr. Miyagi and they and you're not listening. They want you to, so go, even though it doesn't make sense, go paint the fence. Iana siano tuiano kuiano oina. And then it'll all come together in the end. So that way, whenever you hit your dead end, you'll be able to go, that's all right, I'm ready. Let's go right. We're going full on. We're going right. And you no regrets, right? No regrets because you have done the work. You're ready to go. You're ready to roll. You started listening to your guides, to the pulls, to the tugs, to the pushes. You're owning your emotions. You're owning your magic. You're owning your connection to the divine, the connection within, the connection to your guides and all that is. And you are feeling so much more balanced and grounded because of that. Maybe what they've been pushing to do is just get your ass outside and connect with Mother Nature to really truly ground with her. Iana kiana suiana tuiana oiana, that connection and building upon that connection. Maybe that's what they've been pushing you towards, whatever it is. Add it to the list. Give it a try. Worst case scenario, you're sitting outside. So, I mean, they're just saying they're trying to prepare you. So that way you can make the decisions when they are like when it comes time and you're not feeling so lost. They don't want you sitting at that light in the middle of nowhere feeling so lost and not unable to make a decision. They don't want you to sit there until you run out of gas and then you're stranded. Nowhere to go, no gas. They are trying to prepare you for something greater. And but to get there, you need to listen. We need to listen, apparently. They're like, "Mhm, we need to listen." All right, let me see. Um, ah, yay. Thank you, Dallas. Um, okay, so that was that's good. That's good. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it just feels very much like balance, digging into all the things you've had a list of to-do lists that I want to try things, a list of things that I need to do things. Again, that could be anything. It could be anything from exercise, eating right. It could be anything from journaling, reading, whatever it is. Start listening to yourself and to the divine, to your team. Um, and just so that way we're ready, we're prepared to make the decisions when the decisions come. Because sometimes we don't have time to mull them over, and we don't want missed or lost connections and opportunities because we couldn't decide. So it's all about being prepared. So thank you so much. Oh, and okay, they want to do a little bit more activation stuff. Iana, kiana, suiana, tuiana, oyana. All right, I'm gonna go sip. Oyana siano tuiana. Oyana siano tuiano oyana. Oyana siano tuiano oyana. They're just talking about being open to new adventures, being opening your heart wide open. Oyana kiana siano tuiano oyana kiana siano tuiano oyana. They're talking again about the Iana siano oyana, widening your perspective. And this time it's like oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. This time they're talking about Iana, your peripheral, like it's almost like they're widening your peripheral. Oyana kiana suyano tuyana oyana. Iana kiana siana tuyana oyana to your sight and to your soul. Oyana siana tiano suyano tuyana oyana kiana suyano tuyana oyana. Iana siana tuyana oyana. Iana siana tuyana oyana. They don't want you to have missed opportunities. Oyana kiana suyana tuyana oyana because they don't want your sight to be oyana kiana oyana so zoned in, so like iana kiana oyana ayana siana tuyana oyana. I want this. I'm gonna do this thing, and nobody's gonna talk me out of it. And this is the direction I'm going in, and all this. And they're like, knowing what you want and having these goals and these dreams are amazing. They are amazing. Don't give up on that, but also don't block out all of this for this. Iana siano tuyano oyana. And they're saying they know this sounds opposite from what you would normally hear or what they may normally would say. They iana kiano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Like a lot of times you may would expect them to say, you go after your dreams and you don't pass go and you don't let anything or anybody get in your way. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana. But they're saying, and they're not saying don't do that. They're just saying don't put blinders on where you don't see everything else that's around you because there are different lessons and like tokens along the way. Because maybe you weren't meant to get from A to B or A to Z without going and hitting all the other letters along the way. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano oyana. Now they're talking about like it's like a video game. You wouldn't want to Suiano Kuiano Tuiano Oyana. Is say if you're Mario and you go like level one and then you skip all the way up to get to the princess and then the guy at the gate or whatever is saying that'll be 222 tokens. And you're like, oh, I don't have any tokens. And they're like, well, dude, you got to go back because you just skipped all those layers of collecting the tokens and all the challenges you had to get through to collect the tokens. And because those were all learning, you were learning your building skills, you were gaining insight, you were iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. You were expanding your gifts. Oyana siano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiana suyano tuyano oyana. By exploring all the different levels and layers, by taking your time, by iana kiana oyana, not being so narrowly focused on one end goal that you block out everything else that's around you, including people, time, places, all the things, all the things that we're blocking out because we're so narrowly focused on one goal that we miss out on a whole world around us. Oyana kiano suiono tuiono oyana, iana kiano oyana. And they're saying sometimes even if you were meant to have that goal, you weren't ever meant to go straight to that goal. Like full on pass and go towards it. Some yes, yet some it's the long road. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. So they're not saying ignore your goals. They're not saying oyana kiano oyana. Don't pass go if you're meant to pass go. But they're saying to go tune in, make sure you're doing all the things that you need to be doing to be prepared. Because sometimes when you get to the end, it's a roadblock and you got to make a decision. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. So no blinders. No blinders. Be open. You can have your goal there. You can have the Z at the end. If you're at A, you can have the Z in the end there, but just make sure you're open. If B pops up along the way, stop in and have some tea. See what it has to offer you if you're feeling that pull, if you're feeling the tug, because this is where it's that connection comes in. You have to listen to this. So then your tug says you need to stop in to B, the bakery, get some coffees and a muffin. And so you stop in there and you chat it up with the waitress, and the waitress says just this beautiful, meaningful thing, just like randomly says something that you will never ever forget. And it helps you bring insight anytime you think about whatever it is. So you're like, gosh, that's why I was meant to stop there. And then you go to Z, you're passing C, you don't feel called to stop there. You don't feel called to stop at D, but then maybe E, you do feel called to stop there. You feel like, oh, I'm supposed to get gas here. For some reason, even though I'm not even at a half tank yet, I'm supposed to get gas here. Let me see what it is. Let me get gas here just in case. Well, sure enough, then there wasn't a gas station again for a really long time. Or maybe there was like you get out of the car and there's something laying on the ground that catches your eye and you pick it up and it's just like this thing that reminds you of this other thing that reminds you of this other thing, and it just is this whole spark of ideas and inspiration of different things that you can do once you get to Z. So they're just saying don't get too narrowly focused. Um, Listen to your heart. Keep that connection open. Keep that peripheral open. Iana kiana siano tuiano kuiana. Iana siano tuiano oiana kiana siano tuiano oiana. Iana siano tuiano oiana. It's like you're saying it's like we're cleaning your windshield. We're cleaning your windshield for you. Oyana siano tuiana. Iana siano tuiana kiana siano tuiano oyana. Iana siano tuiana. Oyana siano tuiana. Oyana siano tuiana. Kiana siano tuiano oyana. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. So that way you can see the rainbows. Oyana kiano oyana. So clearly when they go overhead. Iana kiana siana tuiana oyana. Iana kiana siana tuiana kuyana siana tiana oyana kiano suiano tuiano. Oiana kana siana tuiano. Oiana kiana siana tuiano. Oiana kiana siana tuiano. Oiana kiana siana tuiano. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano. And they want you to feel oyana kiano suiano tuiano. This is like they're saying like they're clearing the connection here because between your heart and your third eye. Oyana kana siana tiana oyana. Oyana siana tuyana oyana. Kiana siana tuyana oyana. Iana siana tuyana oyana. Because these two, this is what creates clear sight. Oyana siana tuyana kuyana suyana oyana. Iana siano tuyana oyana. So that way you could see at night. They're using the driving at night terminology, but that they're saying so you could see through the darkness. Oyana kiana siana tiana siana tuyana oyana. Iana siano tuyana oyana. Iana siano tuyana oyana kiana tuyana oyana kiana tiana siana 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 oyana. Iana kiana tuyana oyana. Oyana siano tuiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Iana siano tuiano oyana. Oyana siano tuiano oyana. So again, they're like, Iana kiano oyana. They are oyana siano tuiano oyana, helping you pack I love their analogies. Packing your lunchbox so that way if you get stuck in the storm, you will have provisions. Or you iana kiana siano tuiano kuiana siano tuiano oyana. Iana siano oyana. Because you're saying like this, like iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Ana siano tuiano oyana. By clearing your vision, opening your peripheral, opening that heart space, clearing that connection. Iana kiano suiano tuiano suiana tiano oyana kiano oyana iana kiano oyana, and they're about to work. They said they're about to work on their grounding cord. Oyana kiano oyana. So like all of these things are going to help you whenever the storm comes, because it's always going to rain, right? It's not, if it doesn't rain, nothing grows, so it's always going to rain. So when the storm comes, we feel perfect, beautifully balanced and ready to take it on. We are ready, we are ready, we are ready. Oya na kiano suiano tuiano suiano tuiano oia na kiano suiano tuiano oya na ia na kiana siano tuiano oya na siano tuiano oya na kiano suiano oya na. So just feeling that iana kiana siana toyana oiana kiana suiana oyana at the base of your root, you may feel like a little tingle there, a little oyana kiana siana toyana oiana kiana suiana toyana suiana iana kiana suiana toyana oyana. Iana kiana oyana siana toyana oyana kiana suiana toyana oyana. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oiana kiano suiano tuiano oiana kiano suiano tuiano oiana iana kiano suiana ti iana ti iana ti iana ti oana siano tuiana kana siano tuiano oiana iana kana siano tuiano oiana iana kana siano tuiano oiana aiana suiano tuiano su aiana siano suiano su aiana siano suiano su Ayana siano suyano su ana kiana suyano tuyano oyana kiana siana tiana oyana. Ayana siano tuyano oyana. Again, they're just saying the rains will come. The rains will come. The rains will come. Oyana kiana oyana, but we must not fear the rain. We must not fear the rain. Oyana kiana oyana. There is the rain that washes the road. It clears the road from for us. It clears oyana kiana suiano tuyano oyana kiana suiano oyana. Sometimes it even helps clear, like wash off. We're still in the car. We're on the road trip going from A to Z. It washes off the windshield to help us to be able to see more clearly. Because maybe we've been in the car for so long, it's starting to get covered up with bugs and our vision is getting like mucky and we're like feeling a little like everything's like sluggish, right? So the rains come, the rains pour, but it clears our vision, clears the board, washes the road. Oyana kiana suiana tuyana kana siana tuyana oyana. And then what does it bring? It brings the rainbow. Oyana kiana suiana tuyana oyana. It brings like the glimmer and the reflections of the light against the raindrops. It brings beauty. It brings flowers. Oyana kiana siana tuyana oyana. It brings growth. Oyana kiana siana tuyana oyana. Iana siana tuyana oyana. It cools us off from the heat, right? Oyana kiana siana tuyana oyana kiana oyana siana tuyana oyana. So just because standing in the rain, sitting in the rain may not be your oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana, your idea of a good time, just sitting there getting getting drenched, taking it like the beautiful goddess that you are. Here's the rain. Here it comes again. And maybe that for you is so an example of that would be because they're like some people might be getting lost in the analogy would be so the rain could be like medical bills starting to pour in, or maybe like random different extra bills that are like coming in at the same time as like the mortgage and the power bill and all of that is coming in at the same time as like a forgotten school a loan payment or a forgotten whatever payment that's coming in. There things like that coming in at the same time. Or maybe it's like "Iana kiano suiano oina," or maybe you just had an argument with this person and then you go to work and all of a sudden this person is like oh blah. So there that's like crazy. And then you go to the post office and then there's like you have to get past a fight going on in the parking lot. It's like when it rains, it pours kind of things. They're saying the rain's going to happen. The rain's going to happen, but sometimes it's just because, and sometimes it's to bring awareness to something. It's to clear that our vision of something is to bring something clarity to something. So we need to be paying attention even when it rains, and not just sit there and wait for the rain to end and then be like, okay, well, when this storm's over, then I'll get going again. They're like, no, don't stop in the rain. Keep playing in the rain, and keep your awareness open. Iana, kiana, suiana, tuiana, oiana. What is this rainstorm trying to tell me? What's happening here? Because one time is one time, but three times, yeah, that's like something's trying to tell me something. So just pay attention. Um, I don't know, connection, I think is being weird. It is. Um, okay. Oh yeah, let's see if they can wrap this thing up. So you guys can go and then but yeah, it's fighting me on here. Okay, let's wrap it up. All right, guys. You've already had like you've brought this in all different directions. Thank you guys so much. Oyana kiana suiana tuiana kuiana suiana tuiana oyana kiano suiana tuiana oyana oyana kiano suiana oyana. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. They just sending you one last blessing. Iana kiano oyana. A thank you for joining us. A thank you for listening. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Iana kiano tuiano oyana. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Iana siano tuiano oyana. Kiano suiano tuiano oyana. Siano tuiano oyana. Siano tuiano oyana. Ayana siano tuiano oyana. So this feels like this is from your guides. They're just saying thank you so much that we are forever. They're using these very specific words. So this is for Iana kiano suiano oyana. We are forever in your debt. We are forever in your debt. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Iana kiano suiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano oyana. It feels like you are on this road for us, with us. Iana kiano oyana, going through these things with us and for us. It feels like this journey, like Iana Kiana Suiana Oyana, was so meant to be not just for you, but for we. Ayana Siano Tuiana Oyana, Ana Siano Tuiana Oyana. They are learning lessons through you learning to do these different things in these different ways. For you learning that and taking the time to learn, for you learning to not just rush to Z, but going to the B and the E and stopping whenever, and just taking in all in, taking in the rain and the sun and the rainbows and the lightning storms and all the things, taking it all in and learning what you can from all the different ways. And they are learning through your getting through these storms. They are learning from you when you get that flat tire and you have to fix it and figure out the issue before you can move ahead. They are learning through you and with you, and they thank you so much. They send you so much gratitude and love for them being on this journey with you. It's like almost like now the image in my head is just cracking me up because it's like you, whoever you are, on this horse, and you've got your little saddle, and then you've got your little people guides in your little side pocket there, and you're just like, they're like, yeah. So okay. Yeah, my guides are weird. Okay. So your guides, thank you. My guides, thank you. Our guides, thank you. Oyana kiana suiana tu oyana tiana suiana tuiana kuiana oyana kiana suiana tuiana oyana. They're saying, may your vision, your heart vision, your sight, ayana siana tuiana oyana. May your vision be clear in this moment. Iana kiana oyana and going forward. Oyana siana tuiana kuiana oyana. Iana siana tuiana tuiana oyana. May you listen to your guidance. Iana kana siana tuiana oyana. May you listen to your heart. Oyana kiana suiana tuiana oyana. May you listen to your emotions. Oyana kiana suiana tuiana oyana. May you, oyana kiano, oyana, work on the gifts that you're being called to work on. Oyana kiano, suiano, tuiano, kuiano, suiano, tuiano, oyana. Iana kiano, suiano, tuiano, oyana. May you do what needs to be done to create this beautiful balance within. Iana kiano, suiano, tuiano, suiano, tuiano, oyana, kiano, oyana. And this beautiful connection, iana kiano, suiano, tuiano, oyana, with all that is. Ayana siana tuyana oyana kiana suiana tuyana oyana kiana siana tuyana oyana kiana suiana tuyana oyana. So that way, when you come to the crossroads, when you come to a dead end, you will know where to begin. Oyana kiana suiana tuyana oyana. Iana kiana oyana. You will be ready. You will be ready. You will be ready. Oyana kiana suiana oyana. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ah, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Amen. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Hope you have an amazing, beautiful night. Mwah. Oh, and happy bride. Let me figure out how to stop this thing. Okay.